What is up, y'all? Welcome into the Titan Report podcast, episode number 23. My name is Jackson Weber. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Happy Monday, tackling when y'all listen to this. Apologize for the delay. I was at a hockey game. I have all my hockey gear on, the Predators on. Got the Captain Roman Yossi still on jersey. So I apologize about that. Really frustrating day for the Nashville sports and just general, especially by Broadway when we're 0-2. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. Frustrating day. So we got a lot to talk about today with injuries and who's in, who's out now. We got three pretty significant injuries. Do have some my thoughts about the game, and we're gonna be talking a lot about the game and talking about Cam Ward, talk all of that stuff. So we have a lot to break down. And apologize. And then I watched almost all the game, watched a lot of the game. Did not watch the film. So there's some film parts I do have to watch tomorrow, which I will do that. But for tonight, we're just going to do like this, roll like this, welcome in 23rd episode. If y'all not subscribe, check it out, please do so on YouTube or Spotify. Appreciate you guys doing so. And appreciate all the new fans for coming in here, whoever that is checking us out. Appreciate that. So first injury, we have to know Ali Gay knee injury was out. He got injured in the first quarter. So again, Ali Gay got hurt and he did not come back. So we have to look about that. Arden Key's still out with that quad. Arden Key has been missing for multiple games now. Not good. So we have to see if he does come back this week. And then also, I didn't mention Alligator. Xavier Woods' hamstring is questionable. Monty Hooker went out. He came back in. We have to find out tomorrow what happened with him. Darrell Baker Jr. concussion. His return was questionable. He was out for the rest of that game as well. So Darrell Baker Jr. and Xavier Woods and Kevin Winston, not Kevin Winston Jr., Monty Hooker, they all got hurt. So the secondary got pretty beat up today. So, again, those are some injury fronts we do want to talk about as well. Do want to give y'all a pretty bad stat before we do start with the show. The worst point differentials in the NFL 2025, Titans are negative 120. Negative 120. There you go. There you go. Right there. That's how we're going to start the show. Negative 120 is how these start. That is, love that. I don't know if that's tied with the worst. I have to check about the points, and we're going to break all that down and talk about that. So, anyway, let's get right into it. So, I'm going to kind of put some points on the game. For first drive, first of all, Colts are one of the best scoring teams in the AFC right now. I personally, it can go both ways with getting the ball first. I would have chosen the ball first to throw the Colts defense off, especially with the Titans offense, who has been really, really slow. I'd like to get them to get that juice. So that would be nice to see if they would have scored first. But Colts get the ball first, go 53 yards in 12 plays in 5.5 minutes, and get the field goal. Titans punt. Again, I felt like today, first off, I do want to kind of say this. I felt like first off today, the Titans were moving the ball, but they didn't get any points out of it. They stalled, which is a huge problem, which has been happening for the Titans all year long. Cam Ward gets sacked in this first drive. Cam Ward gets sacked, and most Tony Pollard runs came on this one, and the Colts get a touchdown. So, again, you're playing behind football. You're already down 10-0. Then the Titans get a touchdown. Gunnar Helm, National Tight Ends Day. Love it. So now you're thinking, okay, you're coming back here. Titans move the ball down really well. 10 plays, 69 yards in 3.5 minutes. That was a good drive. Good drive for the Titans. Good drive from Cam. Love it. And then the Colts go back and get another touchdown. So, that's tough. That was a good, tough play. Jalen Armour-Davis is defensive pass interference. It was good coverage still. Michael Pittman, incomplete. We thought it was incomplete, but he catched it over his head. Boom. And then this is where things start to kind of get like, okay, really? So the Titans punt, obviously 6 yards. It's starting to get frustrating. And then the Colts punt, we punt again. So again, the Titans time goes off the clock, but Cam Ward keeps getting sacked, incompletions, is all this. No. And this play right here, you're down 17-7, right? You're at the Indy 48-yard line. The question here is, and this is gonna be a question of the day, would you all have gone for it? Yes. This could have been one of the scenarios. This is two of them that you could have gone for. There's multiple of them today. I felt like they should have gone for it because at this point, you're 1-6 football team. You have nothing to lose here. You have zero to lose here. Nothing. I think the Titans should have gone for it. And the Colts punt. So, and then again, if you get a field goal, you get a field goal at the end of the day. But I think the Titans should have gone for it. And then they punt. They missed the field goal, which was tough by Joey Sly. Just sliced it right. That was kind of tough. And that's the end of the half. So that's the first one. And then the second one, here it comes. Again, this is 4th down and 3. You're at the Indy 42. You're not going to go for it again? I mean, you just got the ball. I mean, are you really not going to go for it? I mean, I get it if you're backed up in your own 30, but if you're on the Colts 42 and you start out with the ball, I would go for it right there. I don't care. I get it. People have opinions. Go for it. Titans should have definitely taken the shot. You have nothing to lose here again. And Cam Ward is a video clip. He did say it. Yeah. What are you doing, Mike? Go for it. So there's some frustration from Cam Ward and Mike McCoy. So, yeah, that's very frustrating. And then the Colts, 12 yards. Eddie played 80 yards down the field. I mean, this is where things start to go downhill. And again, this is second half problems for the Tennessee Titans that start to go downfield. And then we punt the ball. So you don't even do anything after that. So when you did have the ball in Colts territory, you decided to go punt the ball. And then the Colts score another touchdown. Guess who? And it's just frustrating. And then Taylor obviously got that big touchdown to say, guess who? And then they finally went for it on 4th down and get sacked. So you get sacked. You got sacked 4 times today. Offensive line is continued to be a big problem. And then the 4th quarter, again, another touchdown. Taylor had 2 of them today. Daniel Jones had a hat trick today. Colts offense, those 2 guys are one of the top duos in the NFL. So he's 3-7. You're just playing cat. You're like, okay, whatever happens. The Titans made a decent drive here. 16 plays, 59 yards. Went down the field. 7:28. And then Cam Ward threw the interception. It was behind Seamer DK. I'm fine with them taking the shot. Boom. And then Titans got a touchdown, Tyjae Spears. And that's it. That's the end of the game. So here's going to be the big question. This is the second question I'm going to leave with you guys today before we check out the stats and everything. Should the Tennessee Titans, right now, you think about it, right? Today, it's October 27th. Do you want to see the Tennessee Titans move on from Tony Pollard and move on to Tyjae Spears, running back number 1? What do we have to lose here? Tyjae Spears could be the future plans. If he's not, that's it. Tony Pollard is not going to be the future plans here for the Titans. He's not a future for the Tennessee Titans. I don't think the Titans view him as a future piece. So that's going to be a big question we have to see moving forward because Spears has gotten more snaps than Pollard over the last couple of weeks, and Spears looks pretty good since being back from injured reserve since the Cardinals game. So let's see about that. Let's keep an eye on that during the deadline because, we're coming up on that. Cam Ward today, 22, 38, 259, 57.9% completion. Not great today. Average, again, he's getting more completions, more short passes working for him. 4 sacks, though, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. But he didn't fumble the football today. So there's a positive. And we're going to get to the positives in just a little bit. And Seamer DK, 7 receptions, 93 yards. Chig with 453. I'm in there 452. Gunnar Helm, 2 for 23. And then that's pretty much it. And then for the running backs, Tyjae Spears, 9:59, the touchdown. Tony Paul, 11:44. All right. And defensive side of the ball, no interceptions, no turnovers. Monty Hurker, 9 tackles, 3 passes deflected. Derek Baker, 8 tackles. Sector Gray, 8. Xavier Woods got 7 today. Those are the top leaders for the Titans. So, okay. And this is what we're going to talk about. Some positive here. I have 3 positives to take away from the game. I know we have positives. I know. Number 1, the young core. I think, starting to see, Cam, Seamer DK, Alec Iamander, Gunnar Helm, these young core starting to work together. That's something that Titans fans can look forward to for the future, right? We have nothing right now to look forward to right now. That's one thing you can go look at. I think if you see the connection with him and Seamer, they only missed 1 target today. That's huge. So building that chemistry for the future, that's going to be huge for the receiver position, especially for the offense when they 2 get going. So that's a huge positive. Number 2, the running game. I think you can look at it, 25-113. That's a big improvement from last week. I'm really glad they ran the ball at least a little bit better today. Tony Pollard averaged 4, and Spears averaged 6.5. So I mean that's a little bit better. They ran the ball. I still want to see more from Tyjae and Tony, but that's still a little better. We're getting better with the running game. That's encouraging here. Number 3, I do want to say it's good to see Devondre Sweat out there. I think that's a big piece in the middle, especially without Jeffrey Simmons. Him getting the sack and tackle for loss. He had 4 tackles today. That's a guy that's going to be huge for this defensive line besides Simmons. And when Simmons gets back, hopefully when he's 100% healthy and it's all good to go, hopefully next week we're going to see them two finally play together. That's going to be a big stepping stone for Tennessee going to the future. So that's huge. That's what I kind of say. That's my 3 positives. Another positive I do want to say, Cedric Gray out there on the defense is really balling out so far. I know he's disappointed today. He was pissed. Everybody was pissed on the defense. It happens. But just to see these guys starting to work together, the young pieces, that's a good sign to look at. So that's kind of some positives I do want to say, though. I do want to get to one more topic before we do end the episode. There's me 5 players who I think the Titans will entertain during the deadline. We're going to talk about that next episode as well. Some players who I think who could be gone, who could be staying. We'll see. But again, I really like what I saw. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's the Colts, best team in the AFC. I'm not surprised. Nobody should be surprised, right? We have the Chargers next week. We're going to review them. We're going to talk about them. They got a big win over Minnesota this week. They have all the momentum right now. We're going to be talking about that on the next podcast on Halloween, actually. That'll be a fun podcast. So let me know what you guys, if y'all do anything during Halloween. I have some stuff going on over here in Nashville. So that's it for me on tonight on the Time Report podcast. Now, here are the player interviews, but that's it for me for the night. If y'all want to tune out, appreciate you guys checking out the show. See y'all on Friday. Tied up.
Okay, looking back at the game, you look at it, we had an opportunity at the end of the half. I think the offense did a great job of getting in position there to kick a field goal, and unfortunately, we didn't miss it. We missed it, knowing, you go out, you talk about it, scoring at the end of the half and then getting the ball to start the second half, and unfortunately it didn't work out that way. And then, getting after that first series, getting outscored 28-0 there was a tough way to start and get rolling there. So we got to do a better job overall as an entire football team, and the run defense. You got to be able to stop the run. We understand we came in here against a really good team that runs the ball. We had missed opportunities. Third down situations during the game early on, opportunity for big play we didn't hit, so it's just we got to play better.
It's tough because we be like that majority of the time, so we constantly have to try and find ourselves back into the game. That's the biggest thing that we have to change just from week to week. That's something that we're trying to change, and we got to be able to help the defense out earlier in the game. We can't just have spurts here and there. We got to help them from the first play game.
How much would you like to be aggressive in that 4th and 3 and go for it, go down there and score instead of seeing a punt?
If it was up to me, I want to go for it every chance I get, just because I'm a competitor. That's just my breed. That's just what I want to do on my football journey. And it's just I just think it's a missed opportunity just for us as a team to get a first down, keep the drive moving. But I mean, we weren't down that much at that time, so we're gonna always support whatever decisions made. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't put ourselves in that position. We just get the first down and third down.
Cam, you had a missed opportunity.
Did you give Mike that feedback before the punt?
What do you mean?
Like before the decision to punt, were you able to give Mike that feedback that, hey, I want to go for it?
I mean, I'm thinking I'm going for it as soon as I cross the 50 every time. And I'm not talking to him on the headset. I'm talking Bo's the only one who talks to me on the headset because he's calling the plays. But I mean, I'm trying to go for it. But I know we're gonna end up going for it eventually.
How early in the game you had a missed opportunity with you and Iron
It's not deflating. We just gotta score. That's the biggest thing. At no point in the game it ever gets deflated for us. We know how to bounce back from adversity. We just have to do our job on offense. And when the defense gives us the touchdown, we have to go respond with points. We can't just move the ball and then get stopped on third down every now and then. We just got to finish drives with points.
Do you feel like you guys had some positive moments in this game early, and is it hard to appreciate them in a game that ends like
we
this?
had some positive moments, but it wasn't enough to win the game. I have to do more. I have to be more accurate with the football. We had to consistently move the ball up and down the field and end with points. I think the last couple of weeks we've been better just moving the ball, but we have to end it with points. If we don't score points, we're not going to be in a lot of games.
Yeah, obviously I'm very upset as a team, as a defense. We have to be better. It's just plain and simple. Go back, look at the tape, see exactly what happened, and get it corrected and move on.
No, you're playing hard, right? I guess these guys are playing hard, they're just not playing well enough. Is that the best way to describe it, or how come the lapses have come?
Yeah, I think lack of execution. I think one of the things, I think guys, just flat out need to make some plays sometimes. But I think the biggest problem is offense, defense, special teams. It doesn't matter. There's a lack of execution that I feel like is lacking on this team. We have to be better with that.
The swing when it was 17-7, you guys punt, they score on the long run. How deflating was that? Did you feel like it was obviously the game wasn't over, but the complexion of the game changed after that? Should it have?
I mean that was definitely a big play in the game. But whenever we're out there, I don't feel no quit, and I don't feel no doubt. I think guys went out there and still played hard, still try to find ways to get stopped, move forward in the game.
Still not even at the halfway point of the season. How do you challenge yourself to not have this season end so poorly?
Yeah, I think we all just need to look in the mirror and figure out what we need to do more to be better. Whether that's film, whether that's extra reps at the practice, whatever the case may be. But we got a lot of shit we need to figure out.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things we need to figure out. We've got to be better.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, man. Because we was right there. We was inside the fight. It was 10-7, something like that. But we was inside the fight, man. That's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough. It's tough.
Your quarterback seemed to get a little bit animated when you didn't go for it, when your coach chose not to go for it on fourth down near midfield, start of the third quarter. What was he like in the huddle today? Did you feel him or see him getting frustrated at all?
Nah, emotions just be high. It sounds like high competitive. So everybody on the field wants to go for it. That's out of our control. So you know what I'm saying. So if we thinking one thing and something else happening, is you know what I'm saying. We of course we all we ultimate competitors. So we but no frustration. He demanded the huddle from the start of the game to the end of the game. So again, hats off to him. We just going through some rough shit right now, man. Excuse my language. I'm telling you, we don't get through this shit.
How frustrating is it though?
It's very frustrating because we put the work in, we put the time in, we study, you know what I'm saying, we do all that, but some gotta give, you know what I'm saying, some gotta give. We gotta go short on Sundays, so.
How do you stay upbeat? How do you keep others upbeat when the results have been what they've been?
Just stick to the routine. Keep the main thing. Get home tonight. If you want to feel sorry for yourself tonight. But when tomorrow comes, flip the switch. You know what I'm saying? It's back to, it's back to the next scene that we get prepared for. So it's like you can't stay in your feelings for that long. But you know what I'm saying? You look and see what you did good. You look and see what you did bad, and build on both.
How much talk?
Just saw a little hole, tried to settle in it. Cam did a good job getting out of the pocket, just making a play. Anything more you can do.
The coach is making the call on the punt there, but Cam came to the sideline hot about it. Does it instill a lot of confidence that the coach thinks it's the best thing to punt there on 4th and 3?
At the end of the day, we're all in this together. There's not, a player against a coach. While some guys may be upset, other guys may think it's the right decision. We just got to continue to put one foot in front of the other and continue on, the journey of the game. It's a long game, a lot of time left.
How much of a momentum changer was that sequence? You guys punt, they score on a long touchdown. It's a 17-point game. How deflating maybe was that?
It's just football. There's ups, there's downs. I wouldn't say it was necessarily deflating. Maybe a change of momentum, but like I said, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. It's just handling adversity. It's something that we've tried to instill on our team since training camp. So
you guys managed to have different stretches where you're playing really well offensively. How frustrating is it to not be able to stretch that out over a longer period of time?
Yeah, obviously it's frustrating to not be consistent, but I think we got to look in the mirror. Just as an offense as a whole, we're not doing enough. We got to spend more time in the film room. We got to spend more time on the field. We got to get our cues better. We got to be sharper. We got to go through our steps more. We got to communicate. So at the end of the day, it starts with us, and that's what it's going to take.
When you do have those moments, like, is there anything that seems to be a recurring theme when you guys are on the long offensively?
I wouldn't say so. I think it's just, like I said, the flow of the game. It just happens time to time. Like I said, just get back to work, working on the details. I think Tony said it best. Once we learn how to beat the Titans, we're going to be a pretty good damn football team.
What's keeping you going?